Hi guys, welcome to weekly update number 9. We're doing things a little bit differently today. We're going to actually walk around with the camera and kind of show you where things are at. There's just so much changing that it's really getting kind of crazy. So I'm first going to start with kind of what we've done downstairs for the week. We have it closed off right now because we don't want Jackson, he's starting to crawl, our youngest, falling down the stairs, and this is just a really easy way to just slap something up. So we put drywall here at the top of the stairs, as well as the plywood around the hole. So downstairs, what has happened this week is we have done, the insulators came in and they insulated all of the exterior walls downstairs. They did pretty much everything. When he came in, I guess they forgot to put that they needed to do the ceiling on the work order, so they didn't insulate the ceiling yet, but they were supposed to do that Monday. So that'll get done, but it's also been stocked with the sheetrock. So Friday, CB Wholesale, which is like a local hardware company, they came and delivered all of the sheetrock drywall for the basement. There was a lot of it. I took a little video of them like coming in and out, and they just like keep coming and coming and coming. There was a lot of sheets to go down there. So my dad is the drywaller for our house, and he had them organize it by room. So we have like the rec room, the family room area, both of the bedrooms, the sheetrock for the bathrooms and the hallway. So it's a lot. It's quite a bit. I think it's about 1,000, just over 1,000 square feet of space that he's got to drywall. So lots of stuff in the basement. So my dad has had the really mountainous task of trying to put this upstairs back together. Not an easy thing to do. If you guys remember, this whole wall was torn down to studs not even a week ago. I think it was like 5 days ago. This was like an open wall. The ceiling was completely torn apart. There was like bits of plaster and wire hanging down everywhere from the ceiling. This column was torn apart. That was a huge, just open, gaping mess. There was half the ceiling in the kitchen wasn't done. The soffits were pulled out. Everything went down to studs. So he has hung the drywall throughout the hallway and the soffits in the kitchen. He's done a lot of patching. Basically, what a patch is you put a piece of drywall up there and you just fit it to wherever the hole is, and then you just start like mudding and taping over it to make it look like nothing was ever missing there. So it's a lot of work. What he's had to do, these walls are still plaster, and what he's had to do is what it's called putty coating. He's had to putty coat over this. He did a second coat today. This is Saturday. He came in and worked all day long today to putty coat this again, because he needs the texture of the plaster walls to match the new drywall. So this is a plaster wall here, and that's the new drywall. What's going to happen is he's going to do another putty coat, and what the putty coating does is it takes away all the weird little impurities and imperfections in the wall, like the big gouges and things that don't match. Every time he does that, it gets like a little bit better and a little bit closer to looking normal. You can kind of see up here where those lines are. The putty coating takes care of that. He smooths it all out. So it's a long, big job.
So just to kind of show you guys what our kitchen looks like now, he's come in and he's done a lot of work on the entryway and the hallway leading up to this kitchen. So from previous videos, you'll realize a huge difference between what it used to look like and what it looks like now. Obviously, he's filled in the soffits. He's fixed up all these walls, and where the walls were actually torn apart and torn out, he's gone through and he's tried to patch all those up, and he's really done a really good job so far. When we went to pull out the soffits before, I had actually damaged this whole upper part of the window sill here. And you see how, I'm not sure if you guys can kind of see that. Yeah, you can see it. So there's a rounded edge that goes all the way around this window. And when we were pulling the soffits out, I damaged this from right here all the way over. And he was scratching his head trying to figure out what he could do to fix that so that it's still rounded. And what he's done is he's used one of the aluminum corners that you would typically put up kind of at the edge. So like there's an aluminum corner piece that is taped into this corner right here, and it just gets mudded over. But that's what he's done here. He's used the corner, he's kind of bent it and rounded it a bit so that it matches kind of what it used to look like, and he's done a really good job. It's almost an exact match, although he'd tell you differently. It looks really good. He's done a very good job of making our imperfect kitchen better. Okay, so there has been a little bit of work done in the laundry room area. I've gone in and put in insulation. If you guys noticed in our last weekend video, I talk about purchasing the insulation from the hardware store and how I had troubles with that, with the staffing there. But anyways, you can check that out in the last video. So I've put the insulation in all through here. Mick's come in and he's cut in the new attic access here. But I have this piece still left out because this ductwork wasn't here until today. Mick's been waiting for heating to come in and put in this duct, but they keep dragging their feet about bringing it in, and so I just went to the hardware store, got my own insulated ducting, and I put it in there. I put the ductwork in there myself. However, I still need to put, I don't have any duct tape on hand right now, and I still need to put duct tape around the insulation so that it doesn't move, and make sure that it stays right there where it's at. So I still haven't put the insulation in because I need to slap on some duct tape. Then I can get that piece of insulation right there up in the ceiling and we'll be good to go. He'll be good to come in and drywall. Also, a new addition to the laundry room is this window. So because, I mean, you can see our laundry room is pretty much like a dark little cave. I mean, we do have a couple lights back there, but that window we really wanted to get put in to add in a lot more natural light into this area, because we'll have this nice bright white kitchen, and basically the transition into the laundry room is going to look like a little cave. So we're hoping that new window there fixes it.
So our life right now in week 9 it's getting a little crazy. It's getting a little rough. I would say every week at this point is getting a little bit more difficult. Honestly, it keeps, our living space gets like smaller and smaller and smaller, like the more things that keep happening. And most of our new stuff is showing up now. We got the fridge this week that's sitting in the corner there of our living room, which there wasn't any room anyway for it to really sit in here, so that's something. You know, we have all of our cabinets in here. We have the fireplace is going to show up. Our new microwave is buried under there somewhere. The pendant lights are there. Our new disposal's there. Our new sink is there.
Yeah. I just want to show you guys real quick what our sink looks like. So this is going to be our new sink here. It's an apron front, apron style stainless steel sink. So yeah, just so you guys get a good look at it. It's the American Standard Suffolk apron sink, but undermounted It's gonna be pretty nice. 33 inches wide. Yep, we're excited about it.
Like, Brian and I kind of joke about it, but every week this feels more true. Like, it feels like we're living in an episode of Hoarders. Like, that's what we've got to walk through now. To get this tiny little hallway is like, yeah, you just like walk through to get to stuff, and it feels really claustrophobic, kind of awful. My pots and pans are there, so when I go to cook something, I like climb into the pile and grab whatever I need out. So I have tried so hard to keep everything organized, and I'm just losing the battle because I'm losing space. I can't do anything anymore because everything's stacked all over everywhere. So the kids' living space, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I'm with the kids all day, and usually I have, you know, most of the upper floor to have them live in. And right now, like, Dad was here all day, Brian was here, they were working out there, so I couldn't have the kids in the workspace. So this is where we spent the day, as you can see. All I have left is this area right here and the great outdoors. So thank goodness we have a fenced backyard that I can toss the 3-year-old out into, and we can all get some fresh air. But yeah, life is kind of rough in week 9, so we are surviving and getting through it. But we're excited to see the new progress. It's like we're hanging on to the new drywall and the new stuff that's happening, because it really makes us feel like we're getting there. So we've got a lot of things happening next week. Basically, Dad's gonna come in, and I don't know if he'll completely finish the drywall, but I think he's gonna get close. He's still gotta do another petticoat. Hopefully not another one after that. It's like, I think he's just gonna have to do 3 layers of petticoating. If he has to do 4, he's probably gonna throw his hands up and be like, I'm done with this house. But he's got to do another layer of petticoat, he's got to sand, he's got to prime, he has to texture. And I think he's going to get to texturing, he said by Thursday he's going to try and have this place textured. So potentially what that means is not probably this week, but the following week we might be able to start getting cabinets put in the kitchen, which would be nice. That means they'd get out of the living room and into the kitchen, and we'd really start moving along here. So we also have a lot of work that needs to get done by our other contractors. The electrician needs to come in. There's a wire that he has to fix in the kitchen here. He has to like shove the old fan wire here back up into the ceiling so Dad can patch that. There's another one down there he's got to patch. So there's a lot of weird little things that need to be done by the subcontractors before Dad can actually finish this this space. So I think he's going to try and hang the laundry room, and by hang I mean put sheets of drywall in there to put that room together. Brian still has to take a sawzall and saw off the closet edges, and I think he's going to do that probably tomorrow. So I think we'll have the room ready to hang for next week as well. So that would be a big step forward. The laundry room would have drywall in it. The kitchen would be very close to being done, if not all the way done with drywall. So we're getting there, we're getting close. And then we've got the insulators coming back in on Monday to put the insulation up in the ceiling. So, and I think probably bits and pieces of our fireplace is gonna keep arriving throughout the week. We did get one thing over there. We got our glass media, woohoo, that's gonna go in the bottom of our fireplace, so that's exciting. It doesn't look like much right now, but I'm hoping it looks like a lot when it's in the fireplace.
Okay guys, real quick, I just want to talk about the fireplace and how we went about getting our fireplace and what we did for that. So our heating guy had bid us out about $5,000 for the job to do the ductwork and his standard gas fireplace that he wanted to do. It was a tiny little square one. I didn't like it. I didn't like the way it looked. Neither myself or Katie liked it. But so I went on to the website, the internet, and I just kind of looked over and at ideas of what I wanted, and I came to the linear 45 by Napoleon. It's a 45-inch gas fireplace. It's exactly what we want in the house. Anyways, so I told him that that's what I wanted, that's what we wanted in our house. About a week or so later, he got back and said that the unit alone would be $4,600, and so that took our bid up to like $8,000, I think, for him to come in and do all the heating and stuff. So it drove it up like an extra $3,000, and we didn't want to do that. So the past couple of weeks we've been kind of bouncing around ideas of what to do for the fireplace, and while bouncing around I found on fireplacepros.com, I found the exact fireplace we wanted, the linear 45 by Napoleon, and I had to call them, so I gave them a call, and they said they can sell me that fireplace exactly with all of the options included for $3,100. So we ended up getting the fireplace we wanted for $3,100 out the door. So $1,500 savings there. We took it and ran.
So yeah, I think that's it for updates. That's it for week 9. It's a rough week. We are in the thick of it now. It's getting hard, but we're gonna keep our spirits up and just keep pressing on. We're just motivated. We're keeping on. The drywall's here. It's very exciting. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this update, and please like and subscribe and follow along with us. Have a great day. Bye-bye.